Nothing good could be expected from the Form 47 government, whether it's in the economy, diplomacy, or protecting their people. And that is exactly what happened recently. In a recent and highly controversial statement, Ishaq Dar, currently serving as Pakistan's foreign minister, said that the United States had convicted Dr. Aafia Siddiqui after due legal process and that Pakistan had accepted the court's decision. This declaration, made during a think tank session, stirred outrage among the public and political analysts alike, as it appeared to disown years of diplomatic appeals and emotional pleas made on behalf of Siddiqui. More importantly, it seemed to undercut the Pakistani state's narrative of standing up for one of its citizens and indirectly served to justify the ongoing, politically charged incarceration of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Dar's remarks, instead of diffusing criticism, backfired, sparking intense debate and embarrassment over Pakistan's diplomatic posture on the matter. Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, a Pakistani neuroscientist with degrees from prestigious US institutions, became a global name after her mysterious disappearance from Karachi in 2003, along with her 3 children. For years, her whereabouts remained unknown until 2008, when she was discovered in Afghanistan and subsequently accused of attempting to kill US military personnel while in custody. She was flown to the United States and put on trial in a New York court. In 2010, she was convicted on 7 counts, including attempted murder and assault, and was sentenced to 86 years in prison. Her trial and incarceration have long been condemned by human rights organizations and legal experts as flawed, politicized, and devoid of conclusive evidence. Former Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf is often accused of playing a critical role in Siddiqui's fate. According to widespread claims and public sentiment, Musharraf sold out Aafia Siddiqui to US authorities as part of the broader post-9/11 intelligence sharing and security cooperation. His administration has been widely criticized for handing over Pakistani citizens to the US without due legal process, and Siddiqui's case remains the most potent symbol of that era's alleged betrayals. Siddiqui's family, especially her sister Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, has been at the forefront of an unrelenting campaign for her release. For nearly 2 decades, they have appealed to successive Pakistani governments, international human rights organizations, and global leaders, demanding her return to Pakistan. Their efforts, however, have been met with bureaucratic indifference, diplomatic roadblocks, and shifting political priorities. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan, during his tenure, did raise the issue of Aafia Siddiqui in meetings with US officials and publicly voiced support for her release. While his administration made some diplomatic gestures and initiated dialogue, the results couldn't pave the way. Nonetheless, Khan's position stood in contrast to the recent narrative being pushed by Ishaq Dar and the current government, highlighting a clear policy departure. The situation took another turn just days ago when Additional Attorney General Munawar Iqbal Dugal informed the Islamabad High Court that the Pakistani government had decided not to become a party in Dr. Aafia Siddiqui's case in the US court. This legal withdrawal contradicts the long-standing public commitments made by several Pakistani officials to continue pursuing justice for Siddiqui. The decision reflects a growing reluctance within the state to confront international legal and diplomatic challenges tied to her case. Adding to the criticism, the government's handling of the matter has embarrassed Pakistan internationally. The image projected is of a state either unwilling or incapable of standing by its citizens. Dar's justification of Aafia Siddiqui's punishment, intended perhaps to lend moral weight to the state's position on internal matters like the incarceration of Imran Khan, ended up damaging Pakistan's credibility and undermining its stated commitment to justice and due process. In conclusion, the Dr. Aafia Siddiqui case remains one of the most sensitive and symbolically charged issues in Pakistan's political and diplomatic landscape. From her disappearance and controversial handover during the Musharraf era to her trial and sentencing in the US, and now the Pakistani government's apparent withdrawal of support, the trajectory is as tragic as it is telling. The government's recent rhetoric and legal inaction reflect not only a moral and diplomatic retreat but also send a troubling message about its priorities. As public pressure mounts and global scrutiny increases, Pakistan's leadership must reconsider its stance, not just for Aafia Siddiqui, but for the integrity of its national conscience.